Hi everyone, DJ here. Welcome to Brawlhalla. Over the last Brawlhalla video I shown with Lady Varia's costumes. If you guys check out the last Brawlhalla video, maybe go check that video before this one. But today I am showing is the 10 years of mostly the characters' costumes. I don't remember what I mostly put in the title before for most of the costumes when they celebrate mostly like the years of Brawlhalla, but that's what I'm pretty much gonna call it. I'm pretty much just gonna call it celebrate the 10 years of Brawlhalla costumes. And the costumes I'll be basically showing today, which is going to be 3, because I always show them mostly like costumes that mostly be 4 from when an event comes back, by the way, especially from like, Halloween, Christmas, 10 years of Brawlhalla, the St. Patrick's Day one, just basically all of that. But this time we're going to do 3. And the 3 costumes I pretty much pick is Rizzy Bovar, Gentleman Core, and Gothic Chick Nyx. So these are the 3 costumes I'll basically be showing in today's Brawlhalla video. So, I'll wait no time as always, let's get into this. And also, before I do start, well, I forgot to talk about this yesterday. If you guys check over pretty much the poll, which is pretty much around yesterday actually, pretty much a day ago now, maybe go check that poll out. So this is pretty much the last month university poll, and the poll I pretty much just put with just mostly a simple question: did anyone enjoy watching Monster University? And most of all, everyone picked yes. 12 votes picking yes, and no, 0% for no, so which is very interesting. I don't think that movie ever been hated or anything like that. I mean, to be fair, I'm not gonna lie, I think the scare game with Sully cheated from Mike Wazowski not being like, the scary monster, kind of grew a little bit like, a little bit hate, just a little bit. But you know what? I like Sully, I like Mike Wazowski. They're one of my favorite, like, duo Pixar, like, favorite Pixar duos, so I really love them, by the way. So I would rather pick yes. So this movie is really like a 10 out of 10 to me. There he is. And also I want to go ahead and people talk about something after the end. I'm showing all these costumes as well. But let's go ahead and get this started. I haven't really shown any of the 10-year costumes since it pretty much celebrating the costumes when it pretty much when they first start showing celebrate of 10 years. So let's start off with Bovar. So Bovar is right here. We'll go ahead and change the color to to classic colors. And then we got the Rizzy Bovar. So we got the Hammer de Kerm and the Glorious Deco. Okay, I remember those weapon skin names, of course. Bovar. Also, I want to point this out too. I love how they really gave him a costume name called Rizzy Bovar. Like he's like the Rizzler. Or pretty much just the Riz. I could pretty much call that too. The Rizzler Bovar. That's wow. Alright, so let's go ahead and start showing the weapons. So here's his sword, of course. The sword, as I remember from the weapon skins, are pretty much, cool. So I remember showing his whole entire air attack moves. So we got both like his left air attack, then we got his up air attack, then we got a down air attack. The sword attacks are pretty much just like basic, so it's not really like that much like, impressing, by the way. I mean, they're cool. I mean, I like his attacks, but like it's just decent attacks. Mostly just like, just like a character you basically just start off with. So which is pretty much fine. And then we got is mostly like, the hammer, which looks very beautiful, by the way. Love the weapon skin to it. So we got his left air move. And then most of all, my favorite up air move from Bovar. We summons a bear and then just basically just use like a whole time like literally just summons like a ghost bear, which like is very cool. And then we got the down air, like literally one of my favorite up air moves. Like I love that move. I feel like Bovar is one of the most like characters I do enjoy playing, by the way. But I feel like he's like, I don't think nobody ever talks about Bovar at all. Like I want to have a question about that too. Like, who is the main character in Brawlhalla? Like, if anyone probably says Bovar, it's true because he has been most like a little bit of animation before, especially in the G.I. Joe collab. When I remember started doing that was really like the first ever collab I'd done with Brawlhalla, and I would say yeah, sort of. But here's the thing: I don't think Brawlhalla gets talked about like a lot of time though, like nowadays. I mean, this year for Brawlhalla has been good, but the crossovers has been like, just been like, I think it's just only been just one crossover this year. That was just Destiny 2, I'm pretty much sure. No, sorry. Destiny 2 and Star Wars coming back, because, General Grievous. But still, I like this skin. I like Rizzy Bovar, and this is like one of the most coolest costumes for Bovar, and one of the most funniest names to give for Bovar. So that's pretty much nice. All right, the next one is Core, which is Gentleman Core. So let me see if I can find Core right quick. I think he's like down the bottom. I'm pretty much sure. No, he's up top. I see him like way at the end. There you go. So here we go. We have Gentleman Core, which he looks fabulous as I remember. We got his what's it called? Company Regala, and the Disco Brawl, which looks cool as well. So let's go ahead and show this. Gentleman Core, should be calling him. Yo, let's go somewhere fancy. We want to go somewhere fancy. There's anything we want to go there fancy? Let's do it at. I always want to do it at Great Hall, but we've been going to Great Hall a little bit too much. You know, let's just do random. I know I haven't done a random in like mostly like a while. So let's see what random map we get. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, oh, not this map. Okay. Okay, this map is fine. This map is fine. All right. So we have mostly his company regular. I feel like I don't know if like I feel like I mostly have to really do have to talk like a butler. Like I don't really do like, you know, just voiceovers like at all. Like I really don't do voiceovers, but I just love like, you know, mostly doing that. So let's see. So we got his left air move. Okay. Most just a regular throw. Then up air. Nice. And then we got a down air move. Nice. Okay, so that's cool. And then we pretty much got his most of all his hammer known as the Disco Brawl, which looks, as I'm saying this again, looks cool. And I do love how it's really a hammer with a disco ball, really a golden disco ball. That is cool. So we got his left air move. Then we got his up air move, throws up a rock, and then most of all down air move. We literally turns into like literally a rolling ball, or a rock rolling ball, which I should pretty much call it. But yeah, Core is one of the most like characters I have never talk about at all, by the way. But I have shown his costume before, like around most like 3 years now, especially with the other characters. But I tell you what, this one right here is probably literally one of my favorite like Core costumes I've been showing for like the rest of like 3 years. Like I don't think I have mostly like added a playlist before from like 2022 of Brawlhalla when I started doing most of the series. But as I'm saying this again, one of my favorite costumes from Core. He looks very fancy and also looks cool at the same time. So this is literally the best costume. Literally the best costume for Core. So which is pretty much nice to see again. Pretty much for the third time this year. So which is no, sorry, not third time, sorry. 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. Sorry. This is the fourth time I've been seeing this costume. Been mostly seeing and showing this costume at the same time. But yeah, good to see this costume again pretty much in 2025. And the last one we have is for Nyx, which is right here. And we have is Gothic Chick Nyx. Now I don't when this costume came out. It wasn't last year, right? It was somewhere like 2023. It might have probably been last year, but I'm not too sure. Like I said, I don't really play Brawlhalla that much. We got his last bites and the glizz and the glam. I don't know what the web skin named like that, but okay. So let's go show it. Let's do it at somewhere. No, let's do it at the Crystal Temple. The Steven Universe like map. Oh, I haven't played this map in like forever. Yeah, as I remember from this costume is like really cool for Nyx. So we got most like the last bite. So we got the left air move, which looks very nice. And then we also got the down air move. Oh, I love the effects of this. Like, look at that. Oh, that looks so cool. I feel like Nyx is like gotta be like one of the most like characters that have been played a lot. He has to be. Or sorry, she has to be, because you know this character is a she. Oh, that's cool. Alright, that is nice. And we got the glizz and the glam. The weapon skins for the pistols are cool. Alright, let's see. So we got his right air. Alright. Then up air. Oh yeah, well, she pulls out that chain. Okay. Cool. Okay, that's a little bit like not really hard to do, but kind of like to get like that move up there. Alright, there you go. And then down there. Alright, nice. Okay, this costume, like, I don't really talk about Nyx at all, by the way, but this character's costume is very nice. It's giving off, like, literally going to, like, you know, mostly going to, like, I guess you could say most like a wedding, but most like goth theme, which I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feeling like literally the vibe from this, like, costume, because you all gotta be, like, you know, gotta going fresh. But I'm telling you what, this is like probably one of the best costumes for Nyx. I think this costume right here is probably one of the most like best costumes that they ever gave from mostly the character, and I think especially for most play character as well, and also having a mythic as well. So that's a very cool costume. So glad to see this costume premieres again, or sorry, glad to see this costume premieres in 2025. And same thing with Core, by the way. I don't know why I said it again for some reason, but yeah. But before I do end this video, by the way, I know I have talked about this a lot of times, and I figure out why this is happening. So if anyone doesn't know, I have talked about mostly the copyright have been going on for Gacha Life, and you may thinking like, oh, did you mostly like well, not really still, but mostly like did a video that mostly was like something like kind of like, you know, similar to somebody else's video? Technically, no. But I know what's going on. These copyrights are coming from most of the titles. And it's not Gacha Life, by the way. It's coming from like random names, by the way, that I came up with. Because if y'all want to know, I came up with most like random names all the time. And for some reason, y'all remember when I told y'all about, most of all, when I had a copyright before with one of the, you know, because I would make a boy OC, I would make a girl OC, and one time I made a girl OC that proved her name was kind of sort of copyright. So when I changed that, by the way, it didn't have a copyright strike anymore. So my guessing is that some reason that, I don't know if it's true or not, but YouTube does not like some of these names for no reason. I have no idea, because most around on my own time, y'all haven't seen the video for today, it's for the OC I made for mostly a boy OC, which is pretty much like my 35 time pretty much sure, or 36. And well, sorry, the 36 OC I pretty much made for this year of 2025. Some reason, it got copyrighted, and when I mostly looked at the name, by the way, you know, most of all, because the OC name is Leon, and for some reason, when I looked in Google and I searched up, is Leon a bad name? And for some reason, Google said, no, Leon is not a bad name. So I am so confused of what are these dumb copyrights for some reason. Like, I'm not trying to be negative, but how in the world is literally Leon a copyright name? Like, we have to get the elephant out the room here. Like I have never seen something that's more ridiculous than ever. Let me mind you, Leon is a regular name, by the way. It's not a bad name, it's a regular name. Literally a regular person name. Like, I don't see it how it's a copyright, though. I just do not know. Like, I don't, nowadays, I feel like I don't think YouTube just don't like my Gacha Life names. Like, I just do not know. Like, I'm not even putting, like, inappropriate names at all. Like, these are just regular normal names I literally gave for most of it. And I do the same thing for Lego World's, like, OC. I came up with, like, just random weird names or pretty much funny names. And some reason is, like, YouTube just don't like it with the Gacha Life for some reason. I just don't know why. It's not appropriate. It's not bad. I only do it just show, like, the characters, like, you know, mostly, like, just, like, the whole entire outfit, the hair, just everything. I just do not know. I really have no idea what nowadays, like, I feel like YouTube just don't like most like the videos I be doing for Gacha Life, and it's kind of like, you know, ridiculous, because I've been doing Gacha Life for like this long. By the way, I've been doing Gacha Life since when it came out, like 2018, like about 7 years ago, and now this is starting to it's starting to give me like, feel like I need to start changing some stuff for Gacha Life. I really do. Like, I can't keep getting like these, can't mostly putting like, you know, just random names and somehow YouTube just gonna keep copyrighting it. So there is gonna be a little bit change. I don't think it's gonna happen around this week, but I think it's gonna happen around somewhere next week because I'm literally just getting like tired of seeing the copyrights, and most of all, it's not really fun for mostly doing all this all the time. By the way, it's the same thing would happen with making with characters. By the way, like I just started doing Sakamoto days, and one of the Gacha Life characters has got mostly like what I made. Mostly got copyrighted for absolutely no reason. Didn't steal it or nothing. It's basically just a name. Like, let me remind you, the character's name is also from Lee that anime on Netflix. Like it's getting so much dumber and ridiculous. I just can't keep doing this. So I'm gonna go ahead and do like some changes around next week. I'll pretty much tell y'all what I'm gonna do, cause next week for Gacha Life for most like the OCs, especially like the characters. Cause this is getting too much for me. It really is, especially for a small channel like me, by the way, who just basically doing it for fun, for mostly just gacha, and that's it. I'm only just doing this for mostly like love for Gacha Life, and I've been loving Gacha Life for so much these years, by the way, and now it's just YouTube just don't like it anymore. I really do not know, but I'll find out for some way. I'll find out mostly some way to pretty much deal with this, cause this right here is ridiculous. And I know I keep repeating myself, but it's just getting out of hand. And also, YouTube doesn't even send me an email about it, by the way. They just randomly copyrighted it. That's what gave me a little bit stressed and upset about. That's literally what it is. But I don't want to make this video much of a long talk. I just want to talk about this. And pretty much this is going to be like the final talk about these copyrights on Gacha Life. Because this is just like, this is getting too much. But yeah, well everyone, I'm going to go ahead and end off right here. If y'all enjoy it, sure you know what to do. So, I'll see y'all tomorrow afternoon in the next video. Bye.